Welcome to this explainer. You know, we constantly hear about what to do when we have thousands of dollars to invest, right? But what about the actual logical blueprint for your very first $100? Today, let's figure out a system that actually works, step by step.
Turn $100 into $10,000 in 30 days. Okay, we have all seen these ads, but let's just call this out for what it is right from the jump. It's a complete myth. Your first $100, it is absolutely not meant for get-rich-quick schemes. Trying to flip it overnight is honestly just the fastest way to hit zero.
So we need a complete paradigm shift here. It's basically the difference between treating your money like a slot machine versus using it as a vital cog in a well-oiled machine. This isn't about gambling. It's about establishing a reliable, rock-solid financial foundation. If we want to invest the smart way, we've got to choose the system.
Which brings us to Section 1, the reality of your $100.
Fear and greed. Look, we know these are the two raw emotions that drive so many bad financial decisions. When we act out of the fear of missing out or, just greed for a quick buck, all of our strategy just goes right out the window. We have to take emotion completely out of the equation.
Instead, it is all about building the habit. That first $100 isn't going to magically make you a millionaire on its own, but the routine of planting that seed, that sets up the mechanics. Once you build that habit, you become the kind of investor who eventually gets to sit back and watch the absolute mathematical magic of compounding take over.
Let's break that down in Section 2, the 3 money buckets.
We all know we need a safety net, but I want you to think of it as bucket number 1. If you don't already have an emergency fund, your $100 stops right here. Seriously, we shouldn't even consider this investing yet. It's mandatory system defense. Because let's face it, you can't build long-term wealth if a random flat tire puts you right back into debt.
Once that defense is locked in, bucket 2 is all about eliminating bad debt. If you're carrying high-interest balances, aggressively paying those down absolutely has to precede buying any shiny new assets. Actually, a guaranteed debt elimination is often the highest-yielding investment you will ever make.
Just think about the number 25%. If you're carrying credit card debt at those kinds of rates, it is absolutely crippling. It'll eat away at your wealth way, way faster than the stock market could ever build it up. So we have to plug that 25% dream before we can actually start filling the pool. And that finally brings us to the third bucket, investing. We are starting our actual portfolio only after safety and debt are completely locked down. This is where the really exciting journey of true wealth accumulation begins. And guys, it works precisely because we laid that unshakable groundwork first.
All right, moving on to Section 3. Executing the boring strategy.
Here's a quick reality check for you. We really have to ignore the loud noise of meme coins and penny stocks. That stuff is pure speculation. The actual smart move? Diversified index funds. Picking an index fund is essentially just buying a tiny slice of the entire market. Now, it might feel kind of boring, but historically, this boring strategy literally beats the vast majority of active day traders over the long haul. It's exactly why Warren Buffett famously recommends them for the average investor.
So let's take all the guesswork right out of execution. We're talking 3 super straightforward steps. Step 1, choose a reliable brokerage account. Step 2, select a broad, diversified index fund, something like the S&P 500. And Step 3, put that money to work. No, really, it is exactly that simple.
Now let's dive into Section 4, the secret of automation.
The real game we're playing here isn't just about scraping together that initial $100 starting amount. It's entirely about the consistency of what comes next. You know, that $10 a week or $50 a month. Because it's not the starting line that defines your eventual wealth. It's the steady pace you keep.
Automate and remove emotions. Honestly, this is the absolute secret sauce of the whole shebang. We humans are naturally pretty terrible at timing the market. And let's be real, we always find excuses not to save. But when you set your accounts to automatically invest, you totally bypass your own psychology. You don't have to wake up and debate if the market is too high today. You stop guessing, and you finally start growing.
Think about this quote. Wealthy people don't wait for the perfect time, they build the perfect system. Successful investors just don't waste their energy trying to perfectly time the market. Instead, they prioritize a structured, automated system that just runs in the background of their lives, quietly doing all the heavy lifting for them.
Well, now it's your turn to act. I want you to take just one small step today. Either fund that safety net or go ahead and buy your very first index fund. And if you're taking action today, drop a comment below saying, "I'm starting my investing journey." Let's build this system together and hold each other accountable.
We've seen exactly how true wealth comes from building systems, not chasing quick wins. So here is my final question for you. Wealthy people build systems. What is your first step in the next 24 hours? Are you going to keep waiting for the mythical perfect moment? Or are you going to finally put that $100 into a machine that actually works? The blueprint is in your hands. Go make it happen.
2. Make sure to hit that subscribe button.